Yeah, good day, guys. Thank you for joining today's EMQ office hour. This is actually our first session in the APAC region. So we used to run the office hour in quite a North America and Europe-oriented time. So that's very challenging for people in this region to join. So that's why we decided to kick off our whole APAC office hour session. And thank you guys for joining today's session. I think we are very pleased to share EMQ technologies and our products to you guys.
So good morning, everyone. Welcome to our special office hours event, specially tailored for the APAC region. My name is Manan Sethi, and I look after developer relations at EMQ. And I am delighted to be your host for today's session. So thank you once again for joining us today's session. I'm also going to drop my email ID in the chat after some time so that it's easy for you to contact us if required. So quickly setting up the stage for today. So we have gathered here basically to bridge the gap between EMQ technologies as a company and our wonderful community of developers, partners, and curious minds. This event is all about providing you with an opportunity to explore our company, to explore our products, and to engage with the industry experts that we line up every month for you. We understand that having access to experts is invaluable, and therefore it is a chance for you which we really want you to grab. Share your insights with us also. Our goal is to foster collaboration and create an environment where knowledge flows freely. Let me set up a quick agenda as well for today's call. We will going to start by giving you an overview of the EMQ technology, its product landscape, and the journey so far. We are going to dig slightly deeper into our flagship event, which is EMQX serverless MQTT broker, and we are also going to give you guys a small demo of our product. We are going to just learn about our community channels and resources. And next, in this rapidly evolving landscape of industrial IoT and the ability to efficiently manage and analyze vast amounts of data, we are going to shed some light on modern data architecture and infrastructure software for the industrial IoT as well. Towards the last session, we will open up the open up the floor for everyone to ask any questions. In between, also, if you feel that you have any question, any query, towards the bottom of the screen, you must be seeing a Q&A tab. So whenever required, please feel free to, post in your questions. If we get time during the sessions, we'll take up a few sessions. We'll take up a few questions. Otherwise, towards the end of the session, we are going to, open up the floor for everyone to ask their questions freely. And we'll see if we can unmute a few of you so that you can talk to us directly as well. Let's make these sessions engaging. As you all would be aware, there is an opportunity to win a $50 Amazon voucher as well. It's not a competition or anything. Based on engagement, all our experts and we are having a view based on engagement, how the conversation goes. We'll definitely try to award a few vouchers for you all as well. So without wasting any time, let me call upon Jun Gu, who is the Director of Open Source and Community at EMQ Technologies. Jun would help us understand, as we mentioned, about the company, its market, how we started, and also give us key insights into our flagship product, which is EMQX serverless. So over to you, Jun. Jun has more than about 20
Sure.
20 years of varied IT experience under his belt he served as advisory and vice president and chief evangelist positions at various top IT organizations. So over to you, John.
Thank you, Manan. Yeah, let's move to the slides. Okay, so thank you guys for joining today's session. So first, I want to give you a very brief introduction to our company, EMQ Technologies. So sometimes people might get confused as we are talking about EMQ Technologies as the company name, and also our core product, which is the reason we set up this company, is called EMQX. So EMQX is our core product. It's also an open source project. So I first give you a big picture about our company, EMQ Technologies. So who is EMQ? We position ourselves as an open source software company. We based on our open source core project, EMQX, which was open source back in 2013, almost it's more than 10 years ago. So the company is founded in April 2017. So we now have actually less than 200 employees across 3 continents. So most people in this company are in Asia and Europe, and also we have a team in North America for our commercialization of products in North America. So what we do here is our core product, EMQX. It's a MQTT, we call it some MQTT platform, which is focusing on the MQTT messaging scenarios. So in the later slides, I will give you a big picture about what kind of industrial and scenarios we have for EMQX. So yeah, go to the next slides. First, I want to show you guys what kind of scenarios and industries we have most customers for the EMQX projects. So our number one scenario from a commercial perspective is Internet of Vehicles, or sometimes called connected vehicles, which, nowadays the cars is almost like your mobile phone. It's all connected to the backend server and serving the users within in a different in very different way. You can remote control a car. You can have different entertainment systems and entertainment services based on the connected cars. And the next one is the industrial IoT, which mostly the manufacturing companies we are serving. But yeah, industry is is a huge sector. We have different kind of manufacturer. We have circuit company as our customer, and also we have steel company, and also those automotive makers is also our industrial customers. And then there's the utilities, which is the huge device networks. For example, the electricity power, or maybe it's a water supplier or gas supplier. So they are all using connected devices to set up their network to serve those electricity, water, and gas. And also we have some users from more like the internet kind of service, instant charge and smart home. But yeah, to be honest, these kind of customers, they are more using like our open source offerings. So from a commercial perspective, they're less important. I mean, they take a less ratio for our business, but they are many. These kind of customers are using EMQX to empower their internet service applications. And also for the new energy, green energy scenario, we have like solar farm and also wind farms. They're using our product to connect all their devices, like solar panel and the wind farm. Okay, so here is just a very typical scenarios. Like this is when you try to remote control your car. So most modern cars, you will have a mobile app for your car, so you can do some remote control, and the car can teleport its status to your application on the mobile phone, and also you can give your order to the car from your mobile phone. So so these kind of scenarios, we call it a TSP, which is a service platform for the cars. It's usually run by your the car company, right? And Yeah. So in these scenarios, the reason they're using EMQX is for reliable messaging delivery and the low latency for the messaging delivery. And also EMQX can connect a mesh device. So the car company, they're running a single car service platform. They can connect thousands of cars into their service, backend service. Okay, I think we can skip this page because this just demonstrate what is messaging it is, and EMQX can deliver messaging in very fast fashion. So here is EMQX is a can provide a MQTT message broker capabilities. So we have different model of publish subscriber model. So here we listed three very basic one, which is symmetric one-to-one communication, and fan out one-to-many communication, and fan in many-to-one communication. So with these three basic pub sub model, you can compose very different model for your real world applications. Yeah. So with these very three basic building blocks, you can it can almost satisfy any messaging scenarios. So in the real world scenarios, we can see here on the left side is all different kind of devices we're trying to connect to the backend service. And then EMQX will helping with the connectivity and the messaging, and not only connectivity and messaging, we will do the message data transformation. So we have a built-in rule engine to help users to do the basic manipulation on those message data. And then we have data integration plugins for the data integration plugins. Most data integration plugins in EMQX is in the EMQX Enterprise Edition. So with the rule engine plus the data integration, you can manipulate those message data and ingest those data to your data store. So you can do some conditioning judgments, and you can enrich your data, and then you can inject into the database directly. And besides these data integration part, we can so in the event stream here in the purple box, yeah, here is the sum of the data store we can support. We listed here. For example, we can inject data to Kafka, or you can say we reroute this message to Kafka, or we can insert these data in time series database. For example, the Influx DB and IoT DB timescale database. Yeah, just we only can list some of the data store here because actually we support over 40 different time data store in EMQX Enterprise. So if you go to our EMQX.com, go to the EMQX Enterprise documentation, you will see all the different kinds of data store we support for integration purpose. Okay, so from the big picture, I mean, the overall, EMQX providing four major functionality, which is the connectivity, messaging, transformation, and the integration. But besides these four basic stuff, we also have different features to serving more enterprise kind of requirements. For example, we support different access protocols, MQTT3 and MQTT5. And also for EMQ technologies, we are very proud to deliver this MQTT over quick functionality. So this feature is very unique. It's only available in EMQX. You cannot find this feature in any other MQTT message broker. And also we support SSL and TLS for security purpose. This is for our EMQX enterprise. For EMQX cloud service, we also passed the we got the compliance regulation. For example, the SOC 2 and SOC 1 and SOC 2. And also, EMQX can support, we can set up the cluster, EMQX cluster, to extend and scale the capabilities of EMQX, can provide more connections, can support more message workflows. Okay, so all these different features you can find on our EMQX.com EMQX enterprise versions documentation. So if you want to go too deep, you can visit our documentation for more details. And also in the later session, we will share our community channels, for example, Slack and Discord. If you have any inquiries, you can raise it in the Q&A panel, but also after this session, you can go to our Slack, you can go to our Discord to raise those questions. Okay, so here is the different commercial offerings we give to our users from the EMQX perspective. Okay. So actually, we also have EMQX BYOC offering for the cloud, but it's a little bit different from the software. So here we listed 3 different kind of software offerings. The first one on the left side is EMQX, which is the open source version. It's basically providing the MQTT3 and MQTT5 support. Even with the open source edition, you can build up the EMQX cluster, and all the data is persist to memory. It's in memory cache to keep those message data, which means there's no persistence to disk features in the open source editions. But open source edition also support all kinds of different features in the rule engine. And in the middle of the 3 offering is our EMQX Enterprise. It's our premium software delivery, and it's very satisfied. It is very good for on-premise deployments for enterprise-grade applications. For example, besides the connectivity, messaging, and transformation, EMQX Enterprise will give you extended capabilities in data integration and persistence. The data persistence in EMQX Enterprise can allow you persistent those data to the disk, so give you more reliability and high availability during those incidents. So here, we mentioned here is like we support 40+ data integration, and also we offering 24/7 global support. We have different commercial support to support our users. So that's only available in the enterprise edition. And then is the EMQX cloud. But actually we have two, now we have 2 level of EMQX cloud service. So this one, we call it EMQX Cloud Dedicate, which is almost the cloud version of our EMQX Enterprise. So besides the software offering, the cloud offering provided the compliance for SOC 2, and we didn't mention SOC 1 here because we just got SOC 1 compliance report. And also, Zibor will share with you guys about EMQX Cloud Serverless in this later session. So EMQX Cloud Serverless is a relatively lightweight cloud service to providing very flexible MQTT capabilities from the EMQX Cloud Serverless offerings. Okay, I see in the Q&A session, Ravi asked about what do you mean by data integration. So the data integration means, so basically a message broker is you have your application as the client to connect to the message broker. You can either publish your data to the message broker, and the other client can subscribe those topics to receive the data. So this is the fundamental of a message broker. So when I say data integration means you publish your application publish your data to the to certain topic, and you don't have to set up any client to listening to that topic to receive data. We can set up those data integration channel for you to directly receive the data from the topic and insert those data or store those data to your data store you choose. And during this process, you can even set up different rules to handle those data, to do some manipulation or enrichment, or you can set up conditioning like if these data satisfy condition 1, you want to save this data into data store 1, and if data is like meet the condition 2, then you keep it into the data store 2. So that's what I mean the rule engine plus data integration. Oh no, the 40 plus means 40 kinds of different data store we can support. For example, the MySQL and the Postgres and InfluxDB, they are all different kinds of data store we can support. We support over 40 plus kind of different data store. Yeah, timescale DB is definitely one of the data store we can support. So you can set up many hundreds, even thousands, if your resource allows you to set up thousands of the data integration pipelines. Okay, so let me go back to the slides. Yeah. Okay, so this is our some performance metrics of EMQX. So we once tested we set up a testing cluster to support over 100 million connections in a single cluster. So that's what we got for the performance perspective. So in that test, we have support over like 2 million message per second. And the latency is, the end-to-end latency is like 1 to 5 milliseconds, but it's within the testing environment. So when people trying to test the performance of EMQX, it's always, it could be very different based on your scenarios. So if you're a factory scenario, which means your device and your server are all in the same location, then the network will be much faster, well, less interrupt, right? But if you're testing like if your scenario is like some electricity network, which means your devices are all distributed very spread very in a wide region and far away from each, and they are probably using a SIM card to transfer the data from 4G networks, wireless networks. Then the network latency will be more complex. So here is more. So here the numbers we listed is more in a very centralized testing environment. So we can support over 20 plus nodes for each single cluster. Here is our typical attack stack for our industrial customers. So Fan will give you guys some more detailed sharing about how we connect different devices with different protocols. But you can see different layers. EMQX is usually behind the Nginx, behind the load balance, and before the backend data stores. So EMQX is responsible for to provide the connectivity, messaging, and transformation functions. Okay, yeah, next should be my last page about our, EMQX is also an open source project. So here we listed some of our open source metrics here. So since EMQX, we have developed it for over 10 years. So we have accumulated a great user base, I would say. And we are still growing very fast because more and more people want to adopt those digital transformation technologies into their industrial applications. And also, like connected vehicles, they are very emerging scenarios which don't have before. So even after 10 years, our project is still very fast growing, and the speed of our user adoption is pretty good. So this is my part. I want to give Zibo to share, to demo this EMQX cloud serverless to you guys.
Thanks, Joe, for this informative session. I hope the audience has gotten some bit of understanding on who we are, what we do, and our product. So as Jun mentioned, I would like to now invite Zibo Zhu to give us a demo upon the EMQX Cloud Serverless.
Okay. Hello, everyone. I'm the technical evangelist for EMQ. Because I'm not, my English is not good, so I just prepare a demo video about the EMQ's cloud service. And this video will include 3 parts. They are how to deploy the service and how to adjust the MQT device, and finally how to use the EMQX. It's a MQTT client tools, and we always use this tools to connect our visual device and publish a message and subscribe to the topic to so EMQ's Cloud is a fully managed MQTT service for IoT, and it initially provided dedicated and BYOC editions. Service is editions we specifically rolled out late for developers and small and medium-sized companies. It built based on your actual usage and offers 1 million free 1 million free session minutes and 1 GB of free traffic each month. This means that you can get a fully managed scalable MQTT service and at a very low cost. Yes, we can see this difference between service and dedicated and BYOC. Its service is very friendly for our developer. Yeah, this is a step-by-step guide, and it includes 3 parts, and we will see the video about how do we use the service.
First, visit our official website, EMQX.com. Select EMQX Cloud Serverless in the product drop-down menu. After redirection to the serverless homepage, click Get Started Free. If you are a first-time user, you are required to register an EMQ account, filling in your email, password, and other information in the highlighted areas. Then click Start Free Trial to complete registration. We will send a confirmation email to your inbox. Once you complete the confirmation, please return to this page and click Back to navigate to the login page. Enter your email address and password, then click Sign In to log in. After logging in, you will arrive at the deployment creation page. Select Serverless on the left. You can change settings such as deployment regions, spending limits, and more. After making your changes, click Deploy to create the deployment. You'll also need to spend some time reading and accepting the necessary agreements and terms. After completing the above steps, wait patiently for a few seconds, and you will get a serverless instance that belongs to you.
Okay, let's go to next video.
EMQX Cloud Serverless only allows authenticated client connections, so before connecting your devices, you need to register their authentication information in serverless. First, click on your deployment card to enter the details page. Expand the secondary menu by clicking on Authentication and ACL on the left. Click Authentication to enter the Authentication Management page. Click Add. Enter your username and password, then click Confirm to complete the addition. Now your client can use this username and password to connect to serverless. You can use NQTTX, the MQTT client tool, to connect to the serverless deployment you just created. First, visit the official website, MQTTX.app, and click Download to jump to the download page. Choose the version suitable for you, download it, and complete the installation. Return to the overview page of the serverless deployment and copy the server address. Considering security, serverless only supports TLS connections, so you also need to download the CA certificate to trust it in the client. Open NQTTX and click New Connection to enter the connection configuration page. First, give your connection a name that is easy to remember and distinguish. The client ID can remain default. Then paste the server address you just copied into host, change the port to 8883, and enter the corresponding username and password. Click SSL, TLS to enable a TLS connection. Select CA or self-signed certificates. Next, set the CA file option to the CA certificate just downloaded from serverless. Click Connect to initiate the connection. After a successful connection, click New Subscription. Set the topics you want to subscribe to, maximum CoS, and subscription options such as no local. Click Confirm to establish the subscription. Send a message to the topic you just subscribed to. This is the simplest publish and subscribe. Now you can create more clients and try more complex publish-subscribe scenarios. By the way, on the monitor page of the serverless deployment, you can view and manage all client connections and subscriptions. For other features of serverless, you can view our official documentation.
So we can see serverless is very easy to deploy, and you don't need to deploy yourself server. So you can quickly to build your IoT application. And this demo video just include little functions in serverless. We can instead of authentication, and you can also use the ACL to state topic what your client can to publish, can to subscribe or not, and you also can monitor your device and your service usage on the dashboard. Oh, and it has also other picture, so we can to see our documents to know the details. Thank you. Thanks. So this is my part.
Thank you, Zibo. I just want to add one thing. So EMQX Cloud Service is very handy for guys to do some quick test and application prototype. But just one thing, you have to connect to EMQX serverless with a SSL support. So some users will mention like they're using Arduino, but Arduino cannot support SSL. So if you have Arduino devices and you want to test with Arduino, you will have to set up a dedicated EMQX cloud, or you install EMQX on your local server. You cannot use EMQX cloud serverless. Yeah, that is something I want to mention.
Thanks. Thanks, Ivo, and thanks, Jun, for your comments. I think, Ravi, you have some subsequent questions. We'll pick them up after this session for sure. Don't worry, all the questions are here safe with us, so we are going to take it up towards the end of the session. So let us go quickly
Welcome to the step
to the next session. So before moving on to the next session, which is on our community and resources, we have curated important places where our developers reside, ask queries, and get updated on what's latest with EMQ. So don't worry, you don't have to note down any of these links. Right after this call, I'm going to definitely send across an email which will have all these links. So if you are looking to basically supercharge your skills and connect with a vibrant tech community, I think this is the perfect place where you can learn from experts, collaborate on projects, stay updated on latest trends, etc. So we have about 2 major active community channels where we see great engagement, and depending on the channel that is most comfortable, we urge you to definitely be a part of it. One is here your queries can get resolved quicker, and you can also get updated about our events, office hours, etc., and our latest product releases. So this is a perfect opportunity to network with us and also network with fellow developers across the globe. Uh, so various organizations do use Slack as a communication channel. So we have our Slack community, and we urge you to join our Slack if that's a comfortable medium for you. We also see a great interaction that happens over Discord channel. A lot of our developers are present at the Discord channel, and if you've used it in the past, and if you're comfortable, we urge you to also use Discord as a channel to join us, to stay connected with us. We also have another third forum, which is on our website. So all the links are mentioned here. As I've mentioned, do not worry about the links. Right after this call, I'm going to send across this slide deck also, and we have curated all the different links for you to view our documentations, etc. We have also initiated these office hours, which are planned monthly once, to have a direct communication with you all. So we will keep the format informal for these sessions for them to be more interactive, and have planned basically towards the end of the month. End of each month, we will host these sessions. A few more important links for your reference. We have our blogs, we have our developer website, and the documentation links are mentioned here. We also have a YouTube channel where we post video tutorials as well. So you can definitely have a look at our YouTube channel as well. Very interestingly, we have started something known as our YouTube Academy, where we started a course on MQTT, since MQTT is the flagship event that is the flagship product. So it is the most widely used IoT protocol. So through series of videos, you can become an expert in MQTT as well. We have both primary and advanced sessions for you to have a look at. So we also have GitHub channel where we frequently, developers ask their queries and report issues, and also make feature requests. So you can utilize that channel also. So this brings us to the last section, basically, where, as you know, infrastructure software server, it serves as the backbone of any industrial IoT deployment. So, which is facilitating seamless communication, data exchange, as we were talking about, different frameworks to build, deploy, and manage IoT applications effectively. So today we do have Fan with us, Fan Wang, our head of solution architecture at EMQ, who will delve deeper into these topics, exploring the latest advancements and best practices in the real world application of modern data architecture. Fan also has more than, he's worked at IBM Software Development Laboratory for 11 years. He's co-founded X Meter company, and then Fan joined EMQ in 2018, currently serving as the head of technical support for EMQ's global customer. So handing over to Fan to set the stage, basically for our next session. So Fan, I'll stop sharing my screen if you want to share your screen and present.
Okay, thanks, Manan. Glad to talk to you guys, and I would like to share the topic is about modern data architecture and infrastructure software for the industrial IoT. Before I talk about the industrial IoT, I would like to introduce one new concept. Actually, it's not new concept in the world, but it's a concept we adopt in the industrial IoT in the recent years, which is called unified namespace. In the past, in the IoT world, we have this kind of architecture. We call that point-to-point architecture. For example, we have all kinds of smart devices. We have all kinds of equipment in the industry, and we have car. We have the signal light, and we need to build up a lot of connection between the devices and systems, as a point-to-point architecture. Which is good is when we start to build up these kind of new systems, that is the fastest way we build up a new system. But when you have more and more devices and equipments, that could be a difficult things to do the data integration and system integration. So we bring up a new concept called unified namespace, like this. So unified namespace is a semantic hierarchy structure for the business data and events. And you can see that it is a hub and connect all kinds of smart devices, IT infrastructures. And it is provided a single source for all the data and the informations for systems. And going to the industry, especially for industry IoT, we have to facing all kinds of legacy system and legacy equipments. And we need to connect all kind of PLC and the industry protocols into we call that OT system, into the IT system. So we need not only for the single node of the hub, we also need to introduce like the cloud and edge and cloud infrastructure to connect all the legacy systems together. But go back to the unified namespace, we provided a hub system and to connect all kind of system together. There are three key advantages for the unified namespace. First one is easy to integrate. So all kind of data procedure and the data consumer can be connected together into a hub, and it's very easy to integrate the data, and all the kind of system and devices can be plugged into the system all the times. And that's improve the agility of system. So every system can be work as a plugins, and that can be integrated and to be tested, planned, and delivered faster than before, and the system can be predictable, much more predictable than before. And the third one is about the scalability. Based on the unified namespace infrastructure and also from EMQ, we provided a scalable data infrastructure, so we can provide much better scalability to all the kind of system, especially to the IoT system. Left part is the traditional industry IoT system. We have the SCADAs, we have PLC, we have HMI on the edge side, and we have different kind of IT systems, such like the MS, WMS, and some operational operator systems. And on top of the system, we have the IT system like ERP, CRM. So we use the point-to-point infrastructure to do the data integration and communication between the systems. So that's the traditional way. And on the right side, we can see that it is a new architecture based on the unified namespace. So we still have a different layer of the system. We have PLC and the data acquisition system, MES, ERP, and we also have cloud. Then we can use the unified namespace and also leveraging the MQTT protocols and to integrate all the system together. Okay, so that's the EMQ solution. We use the EMQX as a hub to connect all kind of systems together. And in the modern system, a lot of PLC and devices already support MQTT and also support the spark plug protocols. So everything can be integrated together with MQTT protocols. But we still have many of legacy systems like the devices with OTC UE protocols, Modbus devices, and a lot of PLCs. So we still need some kind of transformation layer to integrate and linkage between the legacy system to our modern systems. So we have in the market there are a lot of solutions from different providers. For example, the hardware gateway, software gateway, and EMQ provided the software solution. We call that NeuronEX. So that's our solution to connect between the legacy system to our IoT system. Okay, let me introduce our solution. NeuronEX. So NeuronEX is a software designed for the industrial sector, and it's the linkage between the equipment and the IT system. We linkage the OT and IT system with the NeuronEX. And it is a lightweight system. We can deploy NeuronEX into a hardware with very limited computing CPU and memories. For example, the gateway and some edge systems. We can also deploy NeuronEX into, for example, the server, or we can also deploy it on the cloud. So this is a pure software, and it can be deployed anywhere. And that's just the key is that the key function is that it's provide data collection, data analytics, and data delivery capabilities. And that's the linkage between the OT and IT. The first way is about the data collection capabilities. NeuronEX provide more than 70 protocols on the north side. We call north side is to the device side. So for example, we support the Modbus, OPC, Ethernet, and we support the BACnet and the KNX. We support all the major stream of the PLC protocols like AB, ABB, Mitsubishi, Siemens, Omron, and so on. We also support some industrial standard protocols like ICU 104 and IC 61850 and so on. So that is the key capability that to be able to linkage legacy system into the IoT world. Besides that, we also provide the integration capability with the MES, WMS, ERP with their APIs. So that's also a capability to as a system hub to connect all kind of IoT and OT systems. And we also provide the data integration with the database because we have a lot of historic data into the database. And sometimes we need to connect the database data with the other kind of systems so that we can get data, query data from all kinds of database like SQLite, MySQL, SQL Server, Oracle, and so on. And we can query the data with the incremental way. And so that's what we just like we collecting data with database, treating database as a data source. And last one is about the file and the videos. In the NeuronEX, we can also connect to the RTSP protocols as a data source. So that means the video can be collected by NeuronEX, and we can transfer the RTSP protocols with some algorithm and into the images or into the formula data. And we can package that into the MQTT protocol and transfer in with the other systems. Key capability of NeuronEX is data analytics. We provided a circle-based real-time data processing way which provide more than 100 built-in functions that so the developers or the system architecture or the system engineer can use the built-in function to create their own data processing rule, or using the built-in functions to create your data processing algorithms. And we can use that as a rule engine. For example, you can use the NeuronEX to trigger some alert with some algorithm built by yourselves. And you can also use that to control your PLC or your devices on edge side. So that's a provide very flexible capability to treat all kind of events. And all the data source can from the devices, PLCs, and so on. And last one is extensibility. Go to the next page. The AI and the machine learning is very popular in our industry right now, and we can leverage NeuronEX to running the algorithm as a runtime platform to integrate with the machine learning AI models. So we provided the MATLAB, C++, Python, Golang algorithm integration capabilities, so that we can integrate all kind of AI models into our edge side and to do the data processing on edge side. The data delivery and the data integration is also a key part of the NeuronEX, because when you have the data collected and processed, you need also integrate with all kind of IT systems like MQTT broker. It can also work. You integrate with all kind of system with Sparkplot or WebSocket protocols. And we also support the data persistence with NeuronEX. So you can, after you collect the data and process data, you can store the data into the InfluxDB, all kind of InfluxDB, and we also support another kind of timescale DB. And we also support the RDMBS like MySQL, SQL Server, SQLite, Postgre. And in the industry world, we also need to support the data device control, because the data not just from device side to the system side. We also have a lot of command from system side to device side. So NeuronEX provide all kinds of API to control the different kind of PLC or the legacy systems with NOS links. So that is a key capability of NeuronEX to provide a by-way data transformation. And and we also support all kind of third-party system integration with our HTTP APIs. So that's the integration capability provided by NeuronEX. Now, beside the key functionalities of the NeuronEX, NeuronEX also provides the management capability, especially the user interface in the browser. So user can use the browser to manage NeuronEX on the edge side or on the cloud side. So we can tracking the log, monitoring the data, and use the REST API to integrate with all kind of management system to tracking and management NeuronEX on each side. So that's provide the maintainable capabilities to our IT and OT system engineers. So now NeuronEX already be used a lot into a lot of industry. We just bring up several industries like smart factory, energy, steel, and petroleum. Then we can leverage NeuronEX and EMQX and solutions to do the production optimization, predictable maintenance, real-time demand responsibility. And we can also use this system to provide end-to-end data collection and data management system for IoT. Okay, that is my part. Thanks for listening.
Thanks, Fan, for an insightful session. This brings we have exceeded by 2 minutes, but quickly we'll see if there are any questions. Please take this opportunity to converse with the experts that have come here. If you have any question, please feel free to unmute yourself if required. I'll try to unmute. I'll give the speaking opportunity to everyone. And if you have any questions, please unmute yourself. Please feel free to ask any questions if you have. We are here for another couple of minutes before we end the call. Do let us know if you have any questions. Otherwise, please feel free to post your queries in the chat itself. I think most of the questions are answered in the Q&A.
Can I ask certain things, please?
Please, Ravi, go ahead.
Yeah, this is the NeuronEX is a product provided by EMQ.
Yes, it is EMQ's product.
Now, the protocols which you people have under this NeuronEX, EX, the native protocols which are connected to the different edge devices and all of PLCs are written by you people, or is it an OPC-based, OPC UA protocols provided by third party?
Fan, would you like to take up this question, Fan or Joan? The protocols are written by EMQ, or is it by any third party is the question Ravi is asking.
EMQ provide more than 70 protocols in our commercial version. So I have answered this question in the chat, and I just post the link, our production link into the answer. So we also support our user to build up your own protocol plugins. So you can, if you know how to use C and C++ language, you can develop your own plugin for your own protocols, because we have a lot of legacy systems and a lot of private protocols in the industry world. So that's also our extension capability in the NeuronEX. And I will post our NeuronEX SDK and how to develop the plugin, the documentation into the answer.
Yeah, so NeuronEX is doing that protocol conversion. So I'm not very get that question, but I'm trying to understand it. So some of the code is developed by EMQ technologies to do the protocol conversion. And for certain protocol, there might be available open source algorithm or library to do the conversion. So sometimes we will adopt those open source libraries. And also we allow our users to write up their own conversion logics if that protocol is their self-defined protocol. So you can, as Fan mentioned, you can write up your own plugin to do the conversion.
The Neuron works on Linux, or is it on a Windows platform?
We suggest running in Linux. On Windows, we support is running in the Docker with the container. So the new Linux is our recommended system for NeuronEX.
So which edge devices do you prefer to host Neuron edge hardware generally, and or edge servers you are proposing are good for such an application?
Sorry, I don't catch your question.
The edge device where we will install this Neuron EX, which edge devices do you prefer? Advantech and these kind of suppliers are there who make the edge servers or edge devices, or Stratus.
Well, normally the NeuronEX we recommend running in for example 4-core CPU and 4 gigabit memory. So there's a lot of hardware we can choose in the market, and we also have a lot of partner to provide kind of hardwares. And also you can running NeuronEX in your server. For example, you can running in Docker on KBS, whatever you want. So it's just a software, and Yeah, that is.
So the NeuronEX can be distributed versions where you have different locations having different neurons, but having centralized administrative service where I can check and monitor all of them with the data transfer being happening on them.
Well, that's a good question. We have another product called ECP, H2 Cloud Platform. That is a centralized management system. We don't introduce this product today, but if you have interest, we can organize in next time of our office hour.
That product is a part of a neuron.
No, it's another product we call ECP, and that is a management system. It's a management platform.
Unfortunately, we have exceeded the timeline. Ravi, I have just dropped in my email ID as well, manan.sethi@emqx.io. Please feel free to post any other queries that you have directly to me. I'll connect you with the concerned team members whenever. In the interest of time, I think we should wrap up today's session, and we encourage you to stay connected. And thanks a lot once again for being a part of this event. We definitely look forward for our upcoming sessions, and we'll see you next time till next month. Everyone have a good day ahead. Stay safe. Bye-bye. Thanks a lot, everyone.
Yeah, thank you for joining.
Bye-bye.